the number one thing that I see lenders do wrong is they're not quite sure what type of realtor to go after. Your immediate thought is always, I want the realtor that's doing all the business. But really where the sticking point comes with that relationship is they're really only going to give you what they've got at hand right now. I know personally when I was selling real estate, if it was an additional lender coming in, I'm really only going to feed them what I have on my plate right now. But the ultimate goal of actually building an ideal realtor relationship is not about what's on the table today. It's about all the future opportunities that have been built through the business. And the best lesson that I ever learned is there's a time and a place for me to step into the conversation. And where I really leverage my lending relationship was giving my consumers, my clients, my past clients, my sphere, everybody the ability to access somebody that could answer questions that I couldn't. And honestly, one of the biggest lessons that I learned is that they would tell a very different story to my lender. And I think something that we've all got to be very, very conscious of is the market we're in right now. There isn't terribly a lot of questions about the real estate market. We know there's low inventory. We know there's great prices being achieved on homes. But the bulk of the questions and the concern is around the financing side of things. And one thing I've been very, very firm on is I don't think we as realtors should be having conversations about finance. That's not our area of specialty, and they should be really directing those questions to somebody that is a supporting role in your team. Not about, do I want to go buy or sell a home today, but if I did decide to sell in 6 months, what would those options be? Ideally, that's the greatest conversation you could ever have with a client, because now we're starting to fill the pipeline, and that's really what the whole goal is to make sure that our pipelines are full of potential people that are looking to do something in real estate in the next 6 to 12 months. And between you and the lender, what we have to do now is just shorten the time frame. So through that process, what we developed was a system that was generating me 14 to 15 listings every single month through my database, just through opening different sorts of conversations and dialogue with my clients, giving them somebody to go and talk to who would absolutely support me in my business. But what that did for my lender is it built a $100 million business for him just off my business alone, because it was giving him direct access to people that were visiting opens, people that were actually in the market now trying to research what they were doing. Once we had it dialed in and in place, it was one of the best things I've ever had in my business. You can't just have relationships with one or two realtors. We actually really have to open up that ability to work with multiple different people, different demographics, different geographical locations, because this is where the opportunities come about. And what we don't want to be as lenders is be restricted based on the volume that's being produced by the realtor. Now, what we want to do is make sure that we've got a nice demographic right across, as many leads from a newer agent as we can from an experienced agent, provided we understand what the value proposition is that we need to share with them, whether it's training, education, loan support, whether it's just helping them with database management. There's always a way for us to really help leverage that relationship. This process, if you actually dig into it, really sort of build out those, the agent profile sheets, the communication plans, and really understand how to connect with realtors. It's a really, really powerful tool that gets you through some really challenging markets. It helps you with a little bit of market fluctuation, because every realtor does different things in different markets and just gives you a place to operate no matter what's happening in the industry.